Welcome to Industry TV Network. Make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Well, I just dropped a video, I think it was yesterday, about the passing of John Amos, who played James Evans on Good Times, the TV series. While I was reading that article about his passing, and they said that he passed away on August 21st and that he was cremated, I kind of got a little bad feeling, but I didn't want to, elaborate on a little twinge of curiosity hit me while I was reading that article. But I just happened to be perusing through the news today, and I ran across this particular article. Hold on, guys, let me get to this. It said, John Amos's MURDER fears explode. Good Times actors shell-shocked family hit out at secret hospital moves, no autopsy, and brutal cremation. Now, there was, some thoughts that ran through my mind, like I said, and I was hoping I was wrong. But when I ran into this today, I knew that my intuition was telling me that something wasn't right. And how could that happen to someone like this who, it's so ironic, guys, because his character in Good Times was such a personification of a strong black father trying to make it with a black family, with unfair conditions. And he was so strong in his role. And this is such a sad story, y'all. It almost made me cry today when I was reading it. John Amos's shell-shocked family has refused to rule out the possibility of foul play in his passing, and they are turning to the actor's son, Kelly Christopher, Casey Amos, for answers. RadarOnline.com can reveal Amos, who passed away on August 21st, aged 84, was secretly moved from hotel to hotel before he passed away from suspected congestive heart failure. No autopsy was performed, and Casey, 53, secretly had the Good Times star cremated before Amos's family even learned of his passing. The Roots actor's goddaughter, Amy Gowdy, in a lengthy statement posted to Facebook on behalf of the Amos family on Tuesday, questioned the narrative and Casey's potential involvement in her godfather's demise. So sad, man. So sad. Here's the article. Here is the post she put, his goddaughter Amy put on Facebook. Our family statement. Please note that this statement is being released by the collective family and close friends of John Amos. It is with profound sadness and distress that we must share the circumstances surrounding our father's passing. He was a loving man who brought light into the lives of many. However, our family only learned of his passing today through media reports, only to discover he actually passed away 45 days ago. Shockingly, we were not notified, nor were any family members informed. This tragic news has left us in shock and heartache. We do not have a death certificate, nor do we know where or why he passed away, but we know he was suffering from congestive heart failure and dementia. We fear he was likely cremated to avoid any potential investigation into the conditions surrounding his final days. Over the past year, John Amos was isolated from his family and close friends by Kelly, Casey Amos, Eugene Brummett, and Belinda Foster. Despite our repeated attempts to maintain contact, Casey prevented access to him, controlled and monitored his calls, and severed ties with John's daughter Shannon Amos, his brother Leslie Sill Franklin, his grandchildren Kiara Colston and Jazz Williams, his business manager Paul Baldessari, his goddaughter Amy Gowdy, his niece Sherry Corson, his former accountant, and other family members, friends, and loved ones. Casey portrayed an image of a close father-son relationship on social media, but the reality was far more complex. Our father suffered from dementia, and Casey often gave John verbal prompts to create a narrative on social media that was not reflective of the truth. We were deeply concerned that our father may have been neglected and isolated during his final days, as we received photos from concerned neighbors and a medical professional. One photo even prompted an elder abuse investigation to no avail. This situation mirrors Shannon and Casey's mother's passing. Casey also prevented family members from being present and making decisions together. Shannon fought to be by her mother's side and ensured she had agency over her final days. The family also questions why no medical professionals, coroners, or authorities informed us of his passing, and why Casey did not notify any family members directly. We believe there are critical questions that need answers, especially since we believe Casey likely made the decision to have John Amos cremated without the family's knowledge. We suspect these actions may have been taken to alter potential wills and collect life insurance or other benefits. This is even more concerning by Casey's struggles with addiction and mental health issues, as well as his previous arrests. While we mourn the loss of our beloved father, we are also saddened and outraged by Casey Amos's actions. We refuse to rule out the possibility of foul play, especially given the involvement of two individuals, Eugene Brummer and Belinda Foster, who claims to have been John's spokesperson, who we believe may have taken advantage of his vulnerability as an elder. At a time when we should be grieving and celebrating our father's remarkable life, we find ourselves in the unfortunate position of seeking justice and clarity. She wrote, I read that, but this is so sad. Gowdy said, over the past year, John Amos was isolated from his family and close friends. So they're saying that the son was mentally ill. Look at all these family members. I tell you, this is so sad. She continued. I read the whole thing to you guys. Let me see. Meanwhile, Extras Billy Bush, 52, spoke to Amos's daughter Shannon Amos, his brother Leslie Franklin, his granddaughter Kara Williams, Gowdy, and the actor's business manager Paul Baldessari following the news of the movie star's passing. According to Shannon, she was unable to visit Amos because Casey kept moving their father. She also claimed Casey had been arrested for making death threats against her. Shannon Amos said, the challenge that we had is that my brother kept moving my father from hotel to hotel from various jurisdictions. He would move so frequently and so fast that we were having a difficult time finding him, but we were able to identify the hotels from his TikTok posts on social media. Let's see this, guys.
I was lost.
Okay.
If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him.
Oh, this is so heartbreaking, guys. This is so heartbreaking. I don't even have any words to narrate, but I know that you guys feel the way I feel, especially those of you who are 35 years old and older. This is so sad. But if that was happening to him, he is no longer suffering, and he's with the Most High now. But I tell you, this is one world that the way modern times are, it's like nothing you would, like things you couldn't imagine is happening. And everything's being revealed. But that's beautiful. He was dancing with his daughter. Beautiful, beautiful. She added, my brother was actually arrested at one point for making DEATH threats against me, and Amy was actually the last person to see him. Gordy added, None of us were able to talk to him. His phones were turned off. Casey wouldn't take calls. There was no way to access him in any other way. The Amos family once again called for justice for the Die Hard 2 actor so they can celebrate Amos and his legacy. Shannon said, "My hope out of all of this is some kind of justice. Some kind of justice. And I don't hate my brother. I hate who he has become. I hate what he's done. We want to be able to celebrate my father and his legacy and the light that he shined in our lives. I've been grieving my father for the past year, and this is just closure to that grief." That is so sad. That is so, so sad. I mean, if he's mentally ill, he did have the wherewithal to move him around and do these type of things to him. And I don't think there's enough protection for the elderly out there. Like, they're susceptible to people taking advantage of them in these nursing homes, even family members, their own children. There needs to be some laws made about protecting the elderly. But let's say a prayer for Mr. John Amos. He was a very good example, during his acting career, if you ask me. And he didn't deserve to die like that. So God rest his soul, and may God keep him. Peace and love. Let me know what you guys feel like, about this in the comments.